Look, buddy. I was I was sitting there at the edge, just kind of like hovering with the camera out, and all these people going, "Well, there's clearly something here. This guy's got his camera out." But no, I'm just getting ready for the broadcast. How's everyone doing? We're coming to you today live from a very crowded Disney's Animal Kingdom. We are probably in the only section of the park that is quiet right now. The parking lot was absolutely insane. So I figured what we would do is we'd come over here to the Discovery Island trails. Over here, the base of the foot of the Tree of Life. That's what I was looking for. The base of the Tree of Life, where we'll point out some different animals that are found on the tree, also some animals that are not on the tree, and then just kind of do a little bit of walking around here today. While we go through here, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, like the video, all that other fun stuff. Help us build the channel. Okay, so while we're over here, this is probably going to be very noisy over here right now. But we will point out a few of my favorite animals that are here on the Tree of Life. Mr. Rhino. But let's go take a look at the one on the other side, because this family's also waiting for me to finish taking it, or to move out of the way so they get a picture. Maybe the trail has more people than usual. Alright, so let's do a few of my favorite animals here on this portion of the Tree of Life, and then we'll kind of head to the back side, or possibly, depending on the time, maybe we'll head to the front of the Tree of Life for a little surprise. I'm not sure yet. We'll figure it out here. But in addition to things like, we've got the giant tortoise or turtle right here. We also have the bison. To the left of the bison is that Hidden Mickey. Now the Hidden Mickey is like now a brownish blah blah blah. It used to be like a green mossy color when the park first opened, up until about, I'd say like 2008, 2009, and then it started to kind of deteriorate in the color. But you can see this Hidden Mickey extremely well if you are over on the path that enters into the park. So if you can see, there's like a little brown building right here. That's the Island Mercantile Shop. And then you can kind of see the bird off in the distance there. That is the exit sign, showing you how to exit the park. But yeah, we'll have that one right there. My favorite animal on the entire Tree of Life, and if you've joined us in the past when we talked about the Tree of Life, you've probably heard this one before. It's going to be this area that goes all the way here, and it goes all the way here. You can actually kind of see how there's a body right here, despite the fact that there's actually multiple animals in that body. So if you look right here, there is a back foot of an elephant. And then coming down over here, the ram's head kind of makes the front foot of the elephant. And then if you take this as just one giant thing and then look up here, at the top you're going to find that there is a tusk along with the back side of an elephant trunk. So the branch of the tree is actually the trunk of an elephant. It's not the other way around. It's not a trunk of the tree is the branch of an elephant. It's the branch of the tree is the trunk of an elephant. I just think that is hands down my favorite one. I still remember the day that I discovered it. I was right here with one of my friends, and we were kind of taking a look at all the different animals in the Tree of Life. And when I saw that one, I was like, that is like one of the coolest things, because it is such a massive part of the tree, and most people don't realize that it's a massive elephant. And what's also really cool is, unlike a lot of the other animals where it's like obviously a rhino, obviously a snake, because of the body being hidden amongst the other animals, and this just being the bottom side, or the lower side of the elephant, you can't see the top part of its face. So I've always been curious, if you were to go up into the Tree of Life up there, does he have a face? Like, can you see his eyes? I'm not sure. There actually is a spot to stand up there I've never done it. I wish I had. One of my friends did his college program here at Disney's Animal Kingdom, and one of his managers uh, knew some of the heads of Disney's Animal Kingdom, and they actually allowed them to do a tour where they actually got to go to the top of the Tree of Life. And I've been jealous of them ever since because I think that'd be one of the coolest things. There's been rumors before about like putting a restaurant up there. They don't have enough room up there for a restaurant. Plus, in order to get up there, you have to go through like all these different catwalks and stuff. So, not exactly possible. So, in addition to the massive elephant there, by the way, we just had a lot of people come on. So, just in case those people missed it, my favorite animal in Tree of Life, this giant elephant. So his tusks are part of that branch up there, and then his entire body is right here. So in addition to that, let's talk a little bit about the backstory of the Tree of Life, which is just, I think it's one of the coolest little backstories that most people never really pay attention to. Because when you see the Tree of Life, it's kind of like, okay, lots of animals, really, really cool park icon. One of my favorite park icons. It might be my favorite park icon. But most people don't realize that there actually is a very elaborate story or backstory of the Tree of Life that actually connects with the entire theme park itself and how the entire theme park was created. I also always like the Rams over here. Hey, Joe. Hi, Kyron. Oh, see, this part's not busy. This part up here is pretty busy. I can't even move right now. The parking lot was absolutely insane today. There were a lot of people who were talking in the line to get into the park about how they were coming just for their annual pass holder magnets. Okay, so let's do story time. And I apologize if you're one of my frequent followers because I know you guys have, heard this story multiple times, but I love this story, so let's do it. So prior to Disney's Animal Kingdom being here, this is the not the real story, just in case you're thinking like, ooh, this is amazing. This entire area was completely desolate. There was just desert, not any life, but there were a lot of animals, and all the animals were kind of sitting around one day. And while they're standing around, pretty much, starving to death and hoping for life to bloom, they heard a booming voice from the sky say, "Only one will be able to lift the seed and plant life to the area." And then all of a sudden, a little seed flopped down. And when that little seed flopped down, all the animals were there, and they thought, okay, only the strongest animal can lift it. So naturally, the gorilla stepped forward and said, "I am the strongest animal." There's the gorilla right there. I am the strongest animal. Naturally, I am the person who's supposed to plant this seed. And so he stepped forward, and he tried, and he tried, and he tried. But unfortunately, he could not pick it up. So then the elephant stepped forward, and he said, "No, I am the strongest animal." So he tried, and he tried, and he tried. He couldn't pick it up. One by one, all the different animals stepped forward, whether it was a ram or if it was a lobster or a crab. All the different animals started to step forward, attempting to pick up this little seed. And of course, none of them could do it. And then from the back of the crowd, a tiny little voice said, "If you guys don't mind, can I attempt to try to pick up the seed?" And all the animals kind of looked back to see which animal was talking, and they all started laughing and laughing and laughing when they saw the animal. They said, You're like the puniest animal of us all. There is no way you are the strongest animal. There is no way you could pick up the seed." And this animal came forward. He picked up the seed. The Tree of Life bloomed. Rivers started to be born. Life came all around Animal Kingdom. And in case you're ever wondering which animal that is, right here we've got this little alcove. And if you look at this little alcove, there's all these different holes that are in the wall. Every single one of these holes, if you look through it, points at the strongest animal of them all, the animal that brought life here to Disney's Animal Kingdom. And we're going to try to zoom in here. Wait a minute. There we go. There it is, the ant. It's tough to see through the hole. And with the camera, it's easy to see if you're just using your eyes. But it is the ant. Let's go over here so you can actually see the ant that we are talking about here. And this is the back side of that little area. So you can see all these different holes right here. So if you look through there, it will have it so everything is looking right at this ant that is right here. Yes, this is at Disney. This is Disney's Animal Kingdom that we're at right now. Oop, there's the macaws. There's 1:15, which makes sense because that's when the macaw show is. If you've never seen Winged Encounters, I highly recommend seeing Winged Encounters. There's another one coming up over here. So this is the start of the show. At the start of the Winged Encounters, they have it so there are a few macaws that go by. There's 2 more right there. And then in a few minutes, there'll be a ton of macaws that will show up. What we're going to do is we're going to go actually to the back side of the Tree of Life, because sometimes you can get really cool angles of them all going over that way. They will come in like 2 minutes here. You need a speed walk. You can also see from this angle, but I think it'd be fun to wrap up our show on the back side of the Tree of Life. So we'll just head over to the back side here. You can watch the macaws, point out a few more animals, both alive and, found on a giant tree. Let me know, what is your favorite park icon? So I love Cinderella Castle. However, the Tree of Life, I stare at for hours, weekly, like not just in my life. On what day was that? Thursday. I was here at Disney's Animal Kingdom researching my next book, a closer look at Disney's Animal Kingdom's Dinoland USA. And while I was leaving the park that day, I spent a good 45 minutes to an hour just looking at the Tree of Life and taking pictures, despite the fact that I saw it 2 days ago, and I would see it 2 days later, aka today. Okay, those macaws should be coming out pretty soon here. So they're going to be coming from right over this section over here. We're going to let these people get their picture. Hopefully they don't ruin our chance of seeing the macaws. Yeah, so they should be coming over here in just a few seconds, unless they decided not to. So for Winged Encounters, all of the birds have complete free will on whether or not they want to go out to the show or not. There was a few weeks ago, I was watching the show from the front. Oh, there they go. I was watching the show a few weeks ago in the front, and they did like the next part where it's like, they say, imagine a sky full of macaws. Would you like to see that? And everyone's like, yeah. They're like, well, look no further. Look towards the Tree of Life. And it was so hot that day, there's like 2 that showed up. And they're like, looks like the rest of them decided not to come out of their cage today. These people have been taking pictures for a long time, so we're going to just start going. Alright, let's just head to the back side here. and take a look at just a few more animals before we wrap this bad boy up today. So this is now currently the solar parking for It's Tough to Be a Bug, which is a good option, but at the same time, I'm bummed because you used to have this entire area to yourself. But over here we have a few really cool details, like the snake here. We got the dinosaur up here. Ah. The horse, a horse. And one of my favorites is the kangaroo with a little Joey in its pouch. And also over here we do have the giant Galapagos tortoises. There's one right there, there's another one right here. All these guys are actually named after famous horror film stars. So one of them's name is Dracula, one's his name is Mummy. I'm not making this up at all. There's Wolfman, there's what are the other ones? But yeah, they're all famous horror films characters, which I've always found hilarious because they're like the most slow moving characters or animals here. What time is it? It is currently 1:20. And there goes two more over there. There's one of them here. I don't see him right now. There's one here where he kind of always comes up towards me. And one of the trainers was here. I've talked to the trainers a few times. And one of the trainers did say that they have really good memories and will recognize different people and stuff. So he's like, oh yeah, like you come here often enough, they probably do recognize you. But one of them will always come up to me. I don't know, maybe it's this one right here. But I come and visit these guys at least once a week. Sometimes more, sometimes less. But I try to make it a weekly visit. I think it might be this one right here. Come on, buddy. He's looking for food. Oh, he's looking for me. Come on. Yeah, that's right. I can't tell them apart. In order to tell them apart, there is a green dot. Oh, this is the one. Yep. There's a green dot on the back right there. So each of them on a different part of their shell, there's a green dot. So then the handlers can be able to tell which one apart. Yeah, there we go, buddy. How you doing today? Yeah, this one always comes by me though. Okay, well, we're gonna leave you. We're gonna go wrap up the broadcast. All right, so we are gonna be wrapping up our broadcast right up here. But thank you everyone for joining us once again today. As always, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe. If you did not like the video, make sure you give it a like too. Help boost us up here. Help boost up the channel. We are getting closer to our 8,000 subscriber. I'm hoping to hit it by the end of the month. We've got 2 weeks in order to hit it. So keep on spreading the word. But as always, I hope everyone out there is having a super califragilistic expialidocious type of day. And we'll see you guys all a little later. Bye-bye.